In the echoing chambers of our deepest aspirations, we often search for a truth that transcends the fleeting pleasures of acquisition, the hollow victories of self-interest. We chase the phantom of success, believing it resides in the accumulation of wealth, the glittering edifice of fame, or the dominion over others. Yet as the dust of achievement settles, a persistent whisper remains, a faint dissatisfaction that no material gain can quiet. For millennia, sages and philosophers, titans of industry, and humble artisans have grappled with this profound paradox. Why, when we grasp what we so fiercely pursue, does true contentment often elude us? The answer, a truth as old as humanity itself, yet perpetually rediscovered by those who dare to look beyond the immediate horizon, lies not in taking but in giving, not in seizing but in serving. It is a principle woven into the very fabric of existence, a law as immutable as gravity, though infinitely more profound in its implications for the human spirit. Consider the solitary flame burning brightly in the darkness. Its purpose is not to hoard its light, but to cast it outward, illuminating all that surrounds it. In this selfless act of emanation, its very essence is fulfilled. Or ponder the majestic river, carving canyons and nourishing valleys. It does not flow for its own sake, but to quench thirst, to fertilize fields, to power the engines of civilization. Its grandeur, its very existence, is defined by its ceaseless contribution. We, too, are imbued with an inherent capacity for contribution, a deep-seated urge to extend ourselves beyond the confines of our individual existence. This is not merely a philosophical ideal. It is a pragmatic blueprint for a life of profound purpose and enduring satisfaction. The mind, that magnificent engine of creation, often becomes a prisoner of its own self-centered machinations. It builds walls of fear, constructs fortresses of doubt, and hoards its perceived treasures, believing that scarcity is the ultimate reality. But true abundance, the kind that fills the soul and radiates outward, flows not from the closed fist, but from the open hand. This journey begins with a fundamental shift in mindset. For too long, we have been conditioned by a narrative of scarcity, a zero-sum game where one person's gain is another's loss. This narrative breeds competition, suspicion, and a relentless focus on personal advantage. But the universe, in its boundless generosity, operates on a principle of overflowing abundance. There is enough and more than enough for all. The true scarcity lies not in resources, but in vision. In the willingness to see beyond the immediate, to understand that genuine prosperity is a shared endeavor, a collective elevation. The mind, when steeped in this understanding, begins to shed its limitations. It ceases to be a mere calculating machine, forever weighing costs and benefits, and transforms into a powerful instrument of creation, capable of perceiving opportunities where others see only obstacles. It is the fertile ground from which all great achievements spring, the crucible in which desires are forged into tangible realities. But its greatest power is unleashed when it aligns with the principle of contribution, when it actively seeks ways to enrich the lives of others. This is not altruism in the purely selfless sense, a sacrifice that diminishes the giver. On the contrary, it is an enlightened form of self-interest, a recognition that the well-being of the individual is inextricably linked to the well-being of the collective. When we lift others, we invariably lift ourselves. When we contribute to the success of others, we pave the way for our own. This is the profound paradox of true abundance. This mental reorientation, this embrace of an abundant, service-oriented mindset lays the groundwork for unwavering belief. For without belief, even the most noble intentions wither. Belief is the fuel that ignites action, the invisible force that transforms thought into reality. It is the unwavering conviction that what you envision can be, that what you desire will manifest, and that your efforts, when aligned with the universal laws of contribution, will yield a harvest beyond measure. Think of Thomas Edison, toiling tirelessly through thousands of failed experiments before illuminating the world. Did he waver in his belief? Did he succumb to the sneers of skeptics or the sting of repeated setbacks? No. His belief in the possibility of practical electricity, in its capacity to serve humanity, burned brighter than any fleeting disappointment. He understood that each failure was merely a step closer to success. a refinement of his understanding, a deeper immersion into the very essence of what he sought to bring forth. His unwavering belief was not rooted in ego, but in the profound impact his invention would have on millions of lives. Or consider Andrew Carnegie, a man who amassed an unprecedented fortune, yet ultimately dedicated the vast majority of it to philanthropic endeavors, establishing libraries and educational institutions across the globe. He understood that true wealth was not measured in dollars, but in the positive impact one had on the world. His immense success was not merely a testament to his business acumen, but to his underlying philosophy of leveraging his resources to serve a greater good. He built a steel empire, yes, but he also built a legacy of enlightenment and opportunity for countless individuals. His belief was not in mere acquisition, but in the transformative power of education and access, in empowering others to elevate their own lives. This deep-seated conviction, this unwavering faith in the power of contribution is not a naive optimism. It is a profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all things, a recognition that when we plant seeds of service, we are simultaneously cultivating the fertile ground for our own growth and prosperity. It is the realization that the universe responds not to desperate pleading, but to confident, purpose-driven action fueled by an authentic desire to uplift and empower. From the fertile ground of belief springs the crystal-clear waters of clarity. This is not merely an intellectual understanding, but an intuitive knowing, a visceral grasp of your purpose, and the specific ways in which you can contribute. Without clarity, even the most fervent belief can dissipate into vague aspirations. It is the precise articulation of your desired impact, the meticulous blueprint of your service. Think of Walt Disney, who didn't just dream of entertaining children, but envisioned an entirely new world of wonder, an immersive experience that would transport audiences beyond their wildest imaginations. His clarity wasn't just about creating animated films. It was about building a universe of joy, imagination, and shared experience that would touch generations. He saw the intricate details, the nuanced emotions, the very essence of the magic he wished to bring forth. This clarity allowed him to overcome monumental financial challenges, artistic setbacks, and the cynicism of those who couldn't see beyond the immediate. He wasn't just building a business, he was building a dream for others. This clarity extends beyond the grand vision to the minutiae of daily action. It demands a precise understanding of who you intend to serve, what specific needs you aim to address, and how your unique talents and resources can best be deployed to meet those needs. It's about asking probing questions. Who will truly benefit from my efforts? What specific problem am I solving? How can I deliver exceptional value in a way that genuinely uplifts and empowers? This is not about self-aggrandizement. It is about self-awareness in service of others. It requires honest introspection, a deep dive into your strengths, passions, and the unique gifts you possess. For it is only by understanding your own inherent capacities that you can effectively leverage them for the benefit of the world. This clarity of purpose acts as a powerful beacon, drawing to you the resources, the opportunities, and the connections necessary to bring your vision to fruition. It eliminates the distractions, the detours, and the wasteful expenditure of energy on endeavors that do not align with your core mission. It transforms vague aspirations into tangible, actionable steps, paving a clear path toward impactful contribution. And from this clarity, a powerful vision emerges, a vivid, compelling mental picture of the world transformed by your contribution. This is not a static image, but a dynamic, evolving tapestry of possibility. It is the blueprint of a future that has yet to exist, brought into being by the unwavering application of your will and the power of your service. Consider Abraham Lincoln, who, amidst the darkest hours of a fractured nation, held an unshakable vision of a unified America, a land where freedom and equality reigned supreme. His vision was not merely political, it was profoundly human, a testament to the enduring power of empathy and the relentless pursuit of justice. He saw beyond the immediate bloodshed and division to a future where reconciliation was possible, where the wounds of a nation could heal. His vision of a stronger, more equitable union served as the guiding star through the most tumultuous period in American history. It was a vision not for himself, but for the soul of a nation, a testament to the transformative power of collective liberation. Your vision, too, must transcend the narrow confines of personal gain. It must encompass a broader impact, a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate sphere of influence. What kind of world do you wish to inhabit? How can your unique talents and passions contribute to its betterment? This vision is not a fantasy. It is a meticulously crafted reality in the making. It is informed by your beliefs, refined by your clarity, and fueled by your unwavering commitment to serving others. It is the North Star that guides your every decision, the magnetic force that pulls you toward your highest calling. This vision must be so compelling, so emotionally resonant, that it ignites a fire within you, a passion that cannot be extinguished by setbacks or challenges. It must be so vivid that you can feel its texture, hear its sounds, and taste its triumph. For when your vision is truly clear and deeply felt, it becomes an irresistible force, capable of moving mountains and transforming the seemingly impossible into the inevitable. This profound vision, born from clarity and fueled by belief, gives rise to an unshakable sense of purpose. This is the very core of your being, the fundamental reason for your existence, the ultimate answer to the question, why am I here? Purpose is not something you discover. It is something you forge, something you define through your actions and your unwavering commitment to contribution. It is the conscious decision to align your life with a cause greater than yourself. Think of Henry Ford, who didn't just envision a car for the wealthy elite, but a reliable, affordable automobile for the common man. His purpose was to democratize transportation, to empower individuals with unprecedented mobility and freedom. He understood that by making cars accessible, he wasn't just selling a product. He was revolutionizing society, transforming industries, and connecting communities in ways previously unimaginable. His purpose transcended mere profit. It was about elevating the lives of millions through innovation and mass production. Your purpose is your ultimate compass, guiding you through the storms of life and anchoring you amidst the shifting sands of uncertainty. It is the deep wellspring from which your resilience, your discipline, and your unwavering commitment to action flow. When your purpose is clear and deeply felt, obstacles become mere stepping stones, failures become invaluable lessons, and challenges transform into opportunities for growth. It eliminates the existential angst, the nagging question of what's the point? Because your very existence becomes imbued with profound meaning. This purpose is not a static declaration. It is a living, breathing commitment that evolves and deepens with every act of service, every moment of genuine contribution. It is the ongoing process of discovering new ways to leverage your unique gifts for the benefit of others, to expand your sphere of influence, and to leave an indelible mark on the world. This is the ultimate fulfillment, the true measure of a life well lived. With purpose as your guide, discipline becomes not a burden, but a natural expression of your commitment. It is the unwavering dedication to taking consistent, purposeful action, even when motivation wanes, even when the path ahead seems arduous. Discipline is the bridge between intention and realization, the relentless application of effort toward your defined purpose. It is the quiet, everyday commitment to excellence, the unwavering adherence to the principles that govern success. Think of the relentless training of an Olympic athlete, pushing their body and mind beyond perceived limits, not for personal glory alone, but to represent their nation, to inspire millions, to embody the very spirit of human endeavor. Their discipline is not driven by external pressure, but by an internal flame, a profound purpose that propels them forward day after day, year after year. This discipline is not about rigid self-denial. It is about strategic self-mastery. It's about prioritizing what truly matters, eliminating distractions, and channeling your energy with surgical precision toward activities that advance your service-oriented goals. It involves the cultivation of habits that support your purpose, the consistent practice of skills that enhance your ability to contribute, and the unwavering commitment to continuous improvement. It means showing up even when you don't feel like it. It means putting in the work even when no one is watching. It means choosing the difficult path when it leads to a greater good. This disciplined approach is not a limitation. It is an amplification. It frees you from the tyranny of impulse and the paralysis of indecision, allowing you to operate with greater efficiency, focus, and effectiveness. It is the quiet, unwavering power that transforms dreams into tangible realities, not through brute force, but through consistent, intelligent effort aligned with a higher purpose. And from discipline, action flows naturally, powerfully, relentlessly. This is not merely activity for activity's sake. It is purposeful, deliberate action, meticulously aligned with your clarity, fueled by your belief, and driven by your unwavering purpose. It is the bridge between intention and manifestation, the tangible expression of your commitment to serve. Think of Rosa Parks, whose single, defiant act on a bus ignited a civil rights movement that reshaped a nation. Her action, seemingly small in isolation, was a ripple that became a tidal wave of change. It was a tangible expression of her belief in equality, her clarity of purpose, and her unwavering discipline to stand firm in the face of injustice. Her refusal was not impulsive. It was a deeply considered act, rooted in a profound understanding of the moral imperative to challenge an unjust system. Her action served as a catalyst, empowering millions to find their own voice and contribute to a cause far greater than themselves. True action, in the context of serving others, is never static. It is a dynamic, iterative process of doing, learning, adjusting, and refining. It involves taking calculated risks, embracing feedback, and constantly seeking new and more effective ways to deliver value. It's about moving beyond the comfortable confines of planning and into the messy, exhilarating reality of execution. It's about putting your ideas into motion, testing your assumptions, and iterating based on the real-world impact of your efforts. This action is not driven by a need for external validation, but by an internal imperative to contribute, to make a tangible difference. It is the physical manifestation of your mental and emotional commitment, the concrete proof of your purpose. The world does not respond to good intentions. It responds to decisive, consistent action. It is through your actions that you create opportunities for others, inspire hope, and ultimately leave your indelible mark on the tapestry of human existence. And as you engage in this continuous cycle of service, a profound sense of gratitude begins to permeate your being. This is not a superficial thank you, but a deep, abiding appreciation for the opportunity to contribute, for the resources that enable your service, and for the profound interconnectedness that allows your efforts to ripple outward and touch countless lives. Gratitude is the spiritual fuel that sustains your purpose, the emotional bedrock upon which true fulfillment is built. Think of Viktor Frankl, who, amidst the unimaginable horrors of concentration camps, found meaning and purpose in serving his fellow prisoners, in offering them psychological support and hope. His gratitude was not for his circumstances, but for the enduring human spirit, for the capacity to choose meaning even in the face of immense suffering. He found strength not in what he lacked, but in what he could still offer, in the profound act of serving others even when everything seemed lost. This gratitude is not merely a pleasant emotion. It is a powerful force that amplifies your capacity for contribution. When you approach your work with a spirit of genuine appreciation, you unlock new levels of creativity, resilience, and compassion. It allows you to see challenges not as burdens, but as opportunities for growth, and setbacks not as failures, but as invaluable lessons. It shifts your perspective from what you lack to what you possess, from what you haven't achieved to the immense privilege of being able to serve. This deep sense of gratitude creates a virtuous cycle. The more you serve, the more reasons you find to be grateful, and the more grateful you are, the more you are inspired to serve. It transforms your work from a chore into a calling, from a duty into a profound joy. It is the ultimate expression of abundance, the recognition that true wealth lies not in what you accumulate, but in what you are able to give. In a world of constant flux, adaptability becomes not just a survival mechanism, but a powerful tool for expanded service. The ability to pivot, to learn, to adjust your methods in response to changing circumstances is paramount to sustained contribution. The world is not static. The needs of others evolve, technologies shift, and new challenges emerge. To remain effective in your service, You must cultivate a nimble mind, a willingness to shed old approaches and embrace new paradigms. Think of Steve Jobs, who, after being ousted from Apple, returned to revolutionize not just personal computing, but entire industries with innovations like the iPod and iPhone. His adaptability was not just about technological prowess. It was about an unwavering commitment to serving the user, to anticipating their needs, and to constantly reinventing the very definition of what technology could be. He was relentless in his pursuit of user experience, in crafting tools that empowered individuals to connect, create, and experience the world in entirely new ways. This adaptability is not about abandoning your core purpose. It is about finding new and more effective ways to fulfill it. It requires intellectual humility, a willingness to acknowledge what you don't know and to learn from every experience. It demands an open mind, a receptiveness to new ideas, and a courage to experiment with unconventional approaches. It's about listening deeply to the needs of those you serve, anticipating emerging trends, and proactively shaping your strategies to remain relevant and impactful. This continuous process of adaptation ensures that your contribution remains fresh, potent, and responsive to the evolving demands of the world. It prevents stagnation, fosters innovation, and ultimately allows your service to reach a broader audience and generate a deeper impact. Without adaptability, even the most noble intentions can become rigid and ineffective in a rapidly changing landscape. And hand in hand with adaptability walks resilience, the unyielding capacity to bounce back from setbacks, to persevere in the face of adversity, to transform challenges into stepping stones. True contribution is rarely a smooth, linear path. It is often fraught with obstacles, criticism, and moments of profound doubt. Resilience is the inner fortitude that allows you to navigate these storms, to learn from your falls, and to emerge stronger, wiser, and more committed than before. Think of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison, yet emerged not with bitterness, but with an unwavering commitment to reconciliation and the building of a democratic South Africa. His resilience was not merely about enduring hardship. It was about transforming suffering into strength, using his profound experience to fuel a vision of unity and justice for his nation. He understood that his personal freedom was inextricably linked to the liberation of his people, and his unwavering commitment to this larger purpose sustained him through unimaginable trials. This resilience is not about avoiding pain or discomfort. It is about embracing it as an integral part of the growth process. It's about cultivating a growth mindset, recognizing that every challenge presents an opportunity for learning and self-mastery. It involves developing coping mechanisms, seeking support when needed, and maintaining a robust sense of self-belief even when external circumstances are challenging. It's the ability to see beyond the immediate setback to the larger purpose, to understand that temporary failure is merely a detour, not a dead end. This unwavering resolve, this deep-seated belief in your ability to overcome, is crucial for sustained impact. For the world, in its infinite wisdom, often tests the sincerity of our commitment. It is through these tests that our true character is revealed, and it is through our resilience that we prove worthy of the profound privilege of serving. And through it all, there is the relentless pursuit of learning, not merely for the accumulation of knowledge, but for the expansion of your capacity to serve. Learning is the lifeblood of growth, the fertile soil from which new solutions and deeper insights spring. It is the humble acknowledgement that you do not possess all the answers, coupled with an insatiable curiosity to seek them out. Think of Leonardo da Vinci, a master of art and science, whose insatiable curiosity led him to dissect cadavers, study bird flight, and design flying machines centuries ahead of their time. His learning was not confined to a single discipline. It was a boundless exploration of the natural world, driven by a desire to understand, to create, and ultimately to reveal the hidden truths of existence for the benefit of humanity. His notebooks are a testament to a life dedicated to continuous inquiry, a profound commitment to expanding the boundaries of human knowledge and capability. This commitment to learning is not a passive activity. It is an active, ongoing engagement with the world around you. It involves reading, listening, observing, experimenting, and critically analyzing your experiences. It means seeking out diverse perspectives, engaging in challenging conversations, and constantly questioning your own assumptions. It's about staying abreast of new developments in your field, understanding emerging trends, and proactively seeking out opportunities to acquire new skills and knowledge. This continuous intellectual nourishment ensures that your service remains cutting edge, relevant, and consistently evolving. It allows you to anticipate future needs, to innovate solutions, and to continuously raise the bar for the impact you can create. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the more you grow, the greater your capacity to serve, to uplift, and to transform the world around you. In the grand tapestry of human existence, each thread is woven with the actions of individuals. The tapestry of progress, of innovation, of true human flourishing is not created by those who hoard their gifts, but by those who bravely and generously offer them to the world. It is the cumulative effect of countless acts of service, large and small, that pushes humanity forward, that solves its most pressing problems, and that brings forth a future filled with possibility. The pursuit of personal gain, when isolated from the principle of contribution, can lead to fleeting satisfaction, a temporary burst of egoic triumph. But it ultimately leaves the soul yearning for something more substantial, something more enduring. The truly abundant life, the life that resonates with profound fulfillment, is found not in the relentless pursuit of what you can get, but in the unwavering commitment to what you can give. This is the timeless wisdom that echoes through the annals of history, from the ancient philosophies to the modern triumphs of innovation and philanthropy. It is the secret shared by those who have left an indelible mark on the world, not through conquest or accumulation, but through the profound act of serving others. It is the understanding that your greatest power lies not in your ability to take, but in your capacity to contribute. It is the realization that true wealth is measured not in the balance of your bank account, but in the richness of the lives you touch, the problems you solve, the inspiration you ignite. This is the ultimate paradox of success, that by giving, you receive, by serving, you are served, by contributing, you are infinitely enriched. So, step forth with courage, with conviction, and with an unshakable belief in the power of your contribution. Let your mind be a wellspring of innovative solutions, your heart a beacon of compassion, and your hands instruments of purposeful action. Embrace the journey of service, for it is the most profound and fulfilling path you can ever undertake. Understand that your purpose is not a solitary quest, but a vital thread in the grand design of collective human progress. And as you pour your unique gifts into the world, as you uplift and empower those around you, you will discover a truth more profound than any material reward, that the deepest fulfillment, the most enduring joy, and the most magnificent legacy are found not in the pursuit of self, but in the magnificent, transformative power of serving others. Go forth and contribute, and in doing so, discover the boundless wellspring of your own extraordinary potential. And as you embark on this profound journey of contribution, a curious alchemy begins to unfold within you. The very act of extending yourself, of directing your energies outward for the betterment of others, begins to dissolve the self-imposed limitations that have held you captive. The walls of fear, built by an ego afraid of loss, begin to crumble. The shackles of doubt, forged in the fires of past failures, melt away. You begin to understand on a visceral level that your true power lies not in hoarding, but in giving, not in protecting, but in sharing, not in taking, but in serving. This profound realization isn't intellectual. It's an awakening, a deep resonance within your soul that aligns you with the fundamental laws of the universe. It's the understanding that true abundance is not a destination, but a state of being, a continuous flow of giving and receiving. This transformative process often reveals itself in the subtle shifts of your daily experience. The nagging anxieties that once plagued your thoughts begin to dissipate. The relentless pursuit of material possessions loses its gripping hold. A quiet confidence, born not of arrogance but of purpose, settles within you. You find yourself less concerned with external validation and more focused on the intrinsic value of your actions. The comparison trap, that insidious game of measuring your worth against the perceived successes of others, loses its allure. For when your focus is on contribution, on the unique imprint you are capable of leaving on the world, the external noise fades into insignificance. Your internal compass reorients itself, pointing steadfastly towards impact, towards meaning, towards genuine service. Consider the historical narrative that often frames success as a ruthless ascent, a cutthroat competition where only the strongest survive. This narrative, while perhaps appealing to a certain primitive instinct, fundamentally misunderstands the true nature of enduring achievement. For every titan of industry who built an empire, there was an underlying network of contribution, a web of relationships and reciprocal value that enabled their ascendancy. Henry Ford didn't just build cars. He built an ecosystem of suppliers, distributors, and a workforce empowered by unprecedented wages, all contributing to the larger vision of accessible transportation. His success was not isolated. It was intrinsically linked to the prosperity he helped create for countless others. Carnegie's steel wasn't just a commodity. It was the backbone of modern infrastructure, enabling the growth of cities and industries, providing the very framework for societal advancement. These individuals, whether consciously or unconsciously, tapped into the profound truth that true success is a collective endeavor, a symphony of contributions where each instrument plays a vital role. And this leads us to the often overlooked, yet profoundly powerful aspect of collaboration. In an increasingly interconnected world, the ability to work synergistically with others, to combine diverse talents and perspectives for a common service-oriented goal becomes an unparalleled advantage. The lone genius, while a romanticized figure, often operates with diminished returns compared to a well-coordinated collective. When individuals unite around a shared purpose, when they willingly contribute their unique strengths to a larger vision, the potential for impact escalates exponentially. Think of the Manhattan Project, a colossal undertaking that brought together brilliant minds from various scientific disciplines, all driven by a singular, albeit controversial, objective, or the space race, a monumental effort that saw engineers, scientists, and countless support personnel working in concert to propel humanity beyond earthly confines. These endeavors, for better or worse, demonstrated the raw power of collective effort, of individuals surrendering their individual agendas for a common, transcendent goal. In the context of serving others, collaboration transforms from a mere strategy into a sacred act. It's the recognition that no single individual possesses all the answers, all the skills, or all the resources necessary to solve the complex challenges facing humanity. It's the humility to seek out others who complement your strengths, who challenge your assumptions, and who bring fresh perspectives to the table. It's the generosity to share your knowledge, to mentor others, and to celebrate their successes as if they were your own. This spirit of collaborative contribution fosters an environment of mutual upliftment, where the sum is always greater than the individual part. It builds bridges where walls once stood, creating pathways for innovation and impact that would be impossible to forge alone. It is the realization that your ability to serve is not limited by your individual capacity, but amplified by your willingness to connect, to cooperate, and to co-create with others who share your purpose. This deep engagement with collaboration inevitably leads to a profound understanding of empathy. To truly serve, you must first understand. And to understand, you must be willing to step into the shoes of those you aim to assist, to see the world through their eyes, to feel their pain, to comprehend their unspoken needs. Empathy is the bridge that connects your intention to their reality. It's not a passive emotion. It's an active, ongoing process of listening, observing, and truly internalizing the lived experiences of others. Without empathy, even the most well-intentioned efforts can fall flat, failing to address the true underlying issues or to resonate with those they are meant to benefit. Think of Clara Barton, who, driven by profound empathy for the suffering of soldiers on the battlefield, defied societal norms to establish the American Red Cross. Her service was not merely about logistics. It was rooted in a deep understanding of human suffering and an unwavering commitment to alleviate it. Her empathy fueled her courage, her persistence, and her revolutionary approach to humanitarian aid. Empathy informs your clarity, refines your vision, and strengthens your purpose. It allows you to tailor your contributions with precision, to speak to the heart of a problem, and to develop solutions that are not just theoretically sound, but profoundly human. It prevents you from imposing your own preconceived notions and instead guides you towards solutions that are truly empowering and transformative for the recipients of your service. This deep well of understanding also fuels your resilience, for when you truly grasp the human cost of a problem, your commitment to solving it becomes unshakable. The challenges you face in your service become less about personal inconvenience and more about the urgency of the need you are addressing. Empathy is the silent engine of true contribution, driving you forward with compassion and conviction, ensuring that your efforts are not just effective, but truly meaningful. And from empathy, a powerful sense of responsibility emerges. Not a burden, but a conscious, unwavering commitment to uphold the trust placed in you, to deliver on your promises, and to consistently strive for excellence in your service. This responsibility extends beyond the immediate task. It encompasses the long-term impact of your actions, the ripple effects that spread outward, and the ethical implications of your choices. It's the recognition that your contribution, however small, is part of a larger interconnected system, and that your integrity is paramount. Think of George Washington, who, after leading a nascent nation to independence, voluntarily relinquished power, setting a precedent for democratic governance. His sense of responsibility extended beyond personal ambition. It was a profound commitment to the ideals of a new republic, to the trust placed in him by a fledgling people, and to the long-term stability of a grand experiment in self-governance. His unwavering responsibility to serve the greater good shaped the very foundation of a nation. This deep sense of responsibility is what distinguishes fleeting acts of kindness from sustained, impactful contribution. It demands accountability, a willingness to own your mistakes, and a commitment to continuous improvement. It compels you to operate with integrity, transparency, and a genuine desire to deliver the highest possible value. It means going the extra mile, anticipating needs and exceeding expectations, not out of a desire for applause, but out of a profound commitment to those you serve. This sense of responsibility becomes a powerful internal motivator, pushing you to refine your skills, expand your knowledge, and continuously elevate the quality of your contribution. It ensures that your service is not merely transactional, but truly transformative, built on a foundation of trust and unwavering commitment. This profound journey of service, fueled by belief, clarity, vision, purpose, discipline, action, gratitude, adaptability, resilience, learning, collaboration, empathy, and responsibility, culminates in something far grander than any individual achievement: legacy. Not the fleeting fame or the accumulation of wealth, but the enduring impact you leave on the world, the positive changes you initiate, the lives you touch, the problems you help solve. Legacy is not something you chase. It is something you build brick by painstaking brick through a lifetime of selfless contribution. It is the echo of your purpose, resonating through generations, inspiring others to pick up the mantle and continue the work of betterment. Think of the anonymous countless individuals who contributed to the abolitionist movement, to the suffragette movement, to the civil rights movement. Their individual contributions, often unsung, collectively forged a legacy of justice and equality that continues to unfold. Their names may not be on statues, but their impact is etched into the very fabric of society. Your legacy will not be measured by the size of your bank account, but by the richness of the lives you empower. It will not be defined by the accolades you receive, but by the genuine gratitude of those you serve. It will not be found in the spotlight, but in the quiet transformation you ignite in others. This understanding of legacy provides a powerful long-term perspective, guiding your decisions beyond immediate gratification and towards enduring impact. It encourages you to think beyond your own lifetime, to consider the ripple effects of your actions, and to build something that will outlast your physical presence. It is the ultimate expression of human potential, the deepest fulfillment of our innate desire to contribute, to leave the world a better place than we found it. This is the ultimate truth of the human experience, a truth echoed across cultures and centuries, that we are designed for connection, for contribution, for a life lived in service of something greater than ourselves. The relentless pursuit of self, devoid of this higher purpose, leads only to a spiritual vacuum, a persistent yearning that no external achievement can fill. The path to genuine fulfillment, to profound joy, to an unshakable sense of meaning, lies not in accumulating more, but in becoming more compassionate, more resourceful, more generous, more impactful. It lies in the courageous act of turning your gaze outward, identifying a need, and pouring your unique talents, your unwavering belief, and your disciplined action into addressing it. The world does not need more takers, it desperately needs more givers. It does not need more hoarders of talent or resources, it needs more courageous individuals willing to unleash their full potential for the benefit of all. It does not need more voices clamoring for attention. It needs more hands willing to do the quiet, impactful work of transformation. This is your calling. This is your purpose. This is the profound truth that will liberate your spirit and ignite your greatest potential. So let go of the limiting beliefs that tell you you are not enough, that your contribution is too small, that your efforts will not matter. Every single act of genuine service, no matter how humble, sends a ripple through the universe, creating a chain reaction of positive change. Be the catalyst. Be the change agent. Be the unwavering force of good in a world that desperately needs your unique brilliance. Step into your greatness, not for your own glory, but for the profound privilege of serving, of uplifting, of empowering. For in the magnificent act of giving, you will not only transform the world around you, but you will unlock the boundless wellspring of your own extraordinary fulfillment. The power is within you, the time is now. Go forth and serve. The journey we speak of, this profound odyssey of contribution, isn't a theoretical concept confined to the pages of ancient texts or the hushed whispers of philosophical discourse. It is a living, breathing principle that manifests in the daily choices of ordinary individuals who choose to live extraordinary lives. It is the teacher who dedicates countless hours beyond the classroom, igniting a spark of curiosity in a struggling student. It is the entrepreneur who builds a sustainable business, not just for profit, but to create meaningful employment and provide valuable solutions to societal needs. It is the community organizer who tirelessly champions for the marginalized, giving voice to the voiceless and building bridges of hope. These are not grand, sweeping gestures that make headlines, but rather the quiet, consistent acts of service that cumulatively weave the fabric of a better world. Consider the often unsung heroes of history, those who powered the great movements, not from the podium, but from the trenches. Think of the suffragettes who endured ridicule and imprisonment, not for personal gain, but for the fundamental right of women to participate in the democratic process. Their belief in equality, their clarity of vision for a more just society, and their unwavering discipline in the face of brutal opposition fueled decades of tireless action. Their impact was not immediate, but their cumulative service fundamentally reshaped the course of human rights, leaving a legacy of empowerment that continues to inspire. They understood intuitively that their personal struggles were intertwined with a larger fight for human dignity and that true liberation came from extending freedom to all. This commitment to service demands a profound level of self-mastery. It's not about being perfect, but about continuously striving to be your best self, not just for your own sake, but for the sake of those you aim to serve. This self-mastery encompasses emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your own emotions, and to empathize with the emotions of others. It means cultivating patience when progress is slow, resilience when setbacks occur, and humility when success beckons. It means recognizing your own biases and blind spots and actively working to overcome them so that your contribution is truly pure and untainted by ego or prejudice. Think of the Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome, who sought to master their inner world, not by denying emotion, but by understanding its nature and preventing it from dictating their action. They knew that true freedom came from within, from the ability to choose your response to external circumstances. In a modern context, this translates to mastering procrastination, overcoming fear of failure, and silencing the inner critic that whispers doubts. It means consistently choosing growth over comfort, challenge over complacency, and purpose over fleeting pleasure. This isn't self-indulgence, it's self-preparation. You cannot effectively serve others if you are a slave to your own impulses or a prisoner of your own limiting beliefs. Your inner world must be a fortress of clarity, purpose, and unwavering resolve, so that your outward actions are a true reflection of your highest intentions. And from this bedrock of self-mastery, a profound sense of authenticity emerges. To truly serve, you must be truly yourself. Your contribution must spring from your unique talents, your genuine passions, and your deepest convictions. Any attempt to mimic others, to force yourself into a mold that doesn't fit, will ultimately ring hollow and diminish the impact of your service. Authenticity is the magnetic force that attracts the right opportunities, the right collaborators, and the right people to your cause. It is the unwavering commitment to living in alignment with your values, even when it's challenging, even when it's unpopular. Consider individuals like Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. His power lay not just in his eloquence, but in his unwavering authenticity, his absolute conviction in the moral righteousness of his cause. He spoke from a place of deep truth, a truth that resonated with millions and moved a nation. His service was not a performance. It was the outpouring of a soul deeply committed to justice and equality. Your authenticity, when channeled into service, creates a powerful resonance. People can sense genuineness. They are drawn to it. When your actions are congruent with your inner values, your impact becomes exponential, inspiring trust and fostering genuine connection. It's about bringing your whole self, with all your unique quirks and strengths, to the table of contribution, knowing that your distinctive voice is precisely what the world needs. This authenticity, in turn, fuels a commitment to integrity. Integrity is not merely about honesty, it's about wholeness. It's about aligning your thoughts, words, and actions in a seamless, unwavering commitment to your stated purpose and values. In the realm of service, integrity is paramount. It builds trust, cultivates respect, and ensures that your contributions are not only effective, but also ethically sound. Without integrity, even the most brilliant plans or the most generous intentions can crumble, leaving a trail of broken promises and disillusioned recipients. Think of the countless individuals in the financial world who, lacking integrity, leverage their positions for personal gain, ultimately causing widespread devastation. Their actions, though initially appearing successful, lack the fundamental backbone of ethical commitment, leading to systemic collapse and shattered trust. Conversely, consider the quiet heroism of individuals who, faced with immense pressure, refuse to compromise their principles, even when it means personal sacrifice. Their integrity, though often unrecognized, builds a foundation of trust that allows true collaboration and profound impact to flourish. When your service is rooted in unwavering integrity, your actions speak louder than any words, building a reputation of reliability and trustworthiness that becomes a powerful asset in itself. It is the bedrock upon which lasting contributions are built, ensuring that your legacy is not just one of achievement, but of honor and unwavering principle. And as you live a life of authentic, integral service, you inevitably cultivate an extraordinary capacity for influence. Not the manipulative, self-serving kind of influence, but the genuine, empowering kind that inspires others to act, to believe in their own potential, and to join you in the shared journey of contribution. This influence is earned, not demanded. It is built on a foundation of trust, competence, and a genuine desire to see others succeed. It is the ripple effect of your character, the magnetic pull of your unwavering purpose, and the compelling power of your consistent action. Think of countless coaches, mentors, and leaders throughout history who inspired entire teams, movements, or nations to achieve the seemingly impossible. Their influence stemmed not from coercive power, but from their ability to articulate a compelling vision, to instill belief, and to empower others to reach for their highest potential. They served as catalysts, unlocking the dormant power within individuals and guiding them toward collective success. Your influence, when wielded for the benefit of others, becomes a force multiplier. It allows you to extend your reach, to inspire more people to embrace a service-oriented mindset, and to amplify the impact of your efforts far beyond what you could achieve alone. It is the ultimate expression of the interconnectedness of humanity, the profound realization that by lifting others, you elevate the entire collective. This journey of serving others, far from being a path of self-sacrifice, is the very crucible in which your deepest potential is forged. It is where you discover strengths you never knew you possessed, resilience you never thought possible, and a profound sense of meaning that transcends all material acquisition. The fear of not having enough, of not being enough, gradually dissolves in the boundless generosity of a spirit committed to contribution. The anxieties about the future give way to the profound peace of a life lived with purpose. The loneliness of individual struggle is replaced by the profound camaraderie of shared endeavor. You are not merely an individual existing in isolation. You are a vital, indispensable part of a magnificent interconnected web of life. Your unique talents, your distinct perspectives, and your unwavering commitment are not just gifts to be cherished, but tools to be wielded for the betterment of all. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, rewards contribution with expansion, generosity with abundance, and service with profound fulfillment. This is not a transactional exchange, but a fundamental law of existence. The more you pour out, the more flows in. The more you give of yourself, the more you discover of your own limitless capacity. So, let this be your guiding star, the relentless pursuit of contribution. Let every thought, every word, every action be infused with the intention to uplift, to empower, to solve, to create, to serve. Understand that your greatest legacy will not be found in what you amass, but in what you unleash. Not in what you keep, but in what you give away. The true measure of your life will be found in the lives you touch, the problems you help solve, and the positive ripples you send forth into the vast ocean of human experience. The time for hesitant contemplation is over. The moment for courageous, purposeful action is now. Go forth, serve with passion, contribute with unwavering conviction. And in doing so, discover the boundless, ecstatic joy of a life truly lived. The world awaits your unique gift. Give it freely, give it fully, give it now.